Time now on the couch to introduce somebody else that's local here in WA, just like the couch. It is Channel 9 Perth's new news team. They are, of course, Tim McMillan and Sally Ayhan. I think I've got the names right as well. They are the new faces at 9 News Perth, and they're with me today on the couch. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
It's
Thanks
so
for coming
nice to be in your home.
Yeah.
Sally, welcome to Perth, because I know you're new to Perth.
Yeah, that's right.
Have you enjoyed coming across?
Yeah, I have. It's a really welcome change, actually. It's got all the things I like about a city. It's beautiful weather, of course, but still got a bit of buzz about it, but not quite the hectic lifestyle that Sydney has.
And I like the fact we've got something in common. You like to cook and I like to eat.
Yeah.
Am I right in my research?
That's right.
So we're hoping to get you on the couch and cook me up one of your favourites.
Oh, yeah?
But Tim, welcome back to Perth.
Yeah, thank you.
Because a lot of people probably don't remember when you were very young. You were over here working for the ABC, you studied here. Tell us the Tim story.
God, where do I start? Well, professionally, so yeah, I finished my WAPA course in about 2001. Went to the ABC from there. I moved to the UK in 2005, then to Melbourne in 2006, and again started the ABC there. 2007, 9 in Melbourne, and then I've been at 9 ever since, including a stint up in Sydney.
Well, I saw you doing the Today Show for a while as well, which is an amazing thing. You look quite funky there, and I thought maybe they were giving you a bit of training for coming across, or was that just already planned?
That was actually already planned, yeah. No, it's good fun though, fairly early in the morning. I'm not generally a morning person, but it's great. They just feed you with coffee and fruit and everything from, while it's still dark, 4 in the morning.
So over there, I think.
Yeah.
We don't eat over here.
As long as you can get through to 9 o'clock, you can collapse in a heap after that, it's fine.
What made you decide to come back to Perth, apart from the great job offer here at 9 Perth?
Well, yeah, of course, that was part of it. But no, my wife and I had been thinking about coming back for a while. She's from here as well, so both our families are here. And we've got a 2-year-old now, so plenty of reasons to come back, and then getting the offer to come back here and do this great job as well. It just all fell into place beautifully.
Sally, about yourself. I know you've had a very long association with weather, but tell us where you all started.
Yeah, sure. Well, it started at the Weather Channel pretty much. I was very lucky to get my first TV job within about 3 weeks, actually, of sending off material. So that was a fantastic opportunity to really grow as a presenter and a journalist. But it was all about weather, of course. So it was pretty much the best training ground any weather presenter can get.
Are you a weather nerd? You know these people.
Totally.
So
yeah.
You watch the weather on other channels and listen to the weather and read the weather?
Yeah,
live
all
and
the
breathe
time. All the time. I have most of my close friends are meteorologists, and we just talk about weather. It's pretty boring, actually.
Sounds really exciting.
We're really great dinner guests, yeah.
Do you get everybody wanting to know what the weather's like in the next week?
Yeah,
if they're planning their lives on your weather?
You know what's funny though? So often I would think, I know all about the weather, but often I would leave and I just would totally forget what it was, the forecast for the rest of the day. So there's only so much you can really tell, I suppose.
And what's the big change for you, coming over from Sydney to Perth? Has that been a big change?
Oh, huge change. I came over in November for the very first time to meet the team and all that sort of stuff. So I'd never actually been to Perth before then, yeah. But it's been a really great move, apart from the fact that my husband's still over in Sydney, of course. But it's good. It gives me some time to really build on my career here and establish.
Focus on what you're doing here.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Talking about the new things here at 9 News, what's different? What you guys have come in? I know you've got Mark Reading doing sport, is a proven professional in sport. Where are we going that's different with 9 News this year?
Well, I think more and more as people digest their news in a more immediate way. I mean, there's so many ways they can tap into up-to-date news. Hopefully, we'll be able to, loosen up what is. It's been a format that's been around for a long, long time, and just I think there's more of an emphasis on what's happening now. So with that, hopefully we can go out and do more live stuff on the road, and if there's something big happening around Perth, we can be right there on the scene. And I think if it's big enough, even presenting the news from location. So
and I think
that sort
Perth
of thing
is big news these days. There's a lot happening in our town.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. I mean, it's interesting when you're over east what Perth stories travel, and yeah, quite a bit does. Obviously, a lot of AFL news travels to Melbourne.
Unfortunately for them.
Yeah, but no, there is quite a bit of news that makes it over there. There's certainly enough happening here that it has a.
And
it
how
comes
are
up
you
on the national
different,
radar.
Tim? What's your approach? I mean, Rick and Sue on that other channel.
I've heard of them.
They've got the same old format. And, I actually went to 7 a few years ago and they said to me, Fat Cat could read the news at Channel 7 and no one would notice. So I want to notice you guys because you are different, you're fresh, you're young. You've got a change that's there in news. How's your approach different?
Different to them?
Different to them, but different all up.
Well, you can't turn it on its head overnight,
Okay.
can you? Because, you know, I think there's something very habitual about sitting down and watching the news at 6 o'clock or putting it on while you're preparing dinner in the kitchen. So I don't think you can change it too radically all at once. So I think subtle changes, like I said, you know, just being a bit more flexible with how we present the news, just not sort of sitting behind the desk and blah, 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 just, you know, like a robot straight to camera. So hopefully just loosening up a little bit, and you got to move with the times, don't you? So
I do agree.
People
Sally?
don't necessarily want to see the stuffy old news presentation all the time.
Same old news. Sally, your weather is different. I notice you're very dynamic. You actually move on set, which is quite different for weather presenters. Do you notice that you are doing? I mean, you've seen the other styles.
No,
but I think it's a good
I'm just
thing.
a mover and a shaker. What can I say?
It's a real person. I mean, that's what comes across when I watch the news, the weather with you. You're a real person. I've seen you out on location, which I know you love to do.
Yeah.
Are we going to see you more out on location?
I hope so. I hope so, because that's the kind of stuff I did at the Weather Channel. You know, it was very hands-on. It was very loose as well. I mean, all of our reports was just, you know, just talking about weather. So I'm not used to a scripted report. I guess that's why that more relaxed sort of feel comes across. But it's another challenge in a sense. I've still got to fit to a certain style here as well. So I'm still trying to refine my presentation to suit the channel. But it's yeah, I think everyone loves their weather. Everyone wants to know what it's going to be like on the weekend, whether they can hang out there washing, and you've just got to make it relatable.
Well, you can tell the news channels used to allow 1 or 2 minutes for weather. Now it's got its own 5 or 6 minutes, and it's obviously very important to the community.
It is. It's becoming more and more important. The climate's changing. So.
I think so as well. On a different note, we'll change tack. What's it like? Is it the first day here at 9? What was that like? Was it very nervous? Did you make mistakes? Tell me some of the secrets.
I was just hoping to get through it without any major cock-ups. I'm pleased to say that did happen. It was a really weird day, actually, because it was a public holiday. It was the Monday after the Australia Day on the Saturday. We had the cricket on, so our kick-off time, if the cricket went to time, was going to be 7:30, and then they had rain. So it was about... I was nearly 8:30 by the time we got on air, I think, and it was hard to maintain that sort of nervous excitement and energy. By 8:30, it was like, oh, we're there yet. It might
have been good for that reason, actually. I think we really relaxed by the time the news came.
Did you get to practice? Do you practice on the first day, not a new news?
Well, we did get a bit of an opportunity to practice then because we were sitting around waiting for the cricket all night.
Yep.
So, yeah, a bit of an opportunity then. But no, on an average day, I don't get to start really reading through the bits that I have to read at 6 o'clock until 5:30.
And I noticed as well, and I don't know if it's just me noticing, you're more of a team now. I noticed your news team, you talk to the rest of the team.
Well, I think it's good, you know.
It's great.
Yeah, it's, you know, you don't have to just follow what's on the
And you make comments
prompter
about the news. Some of the stories are emotional, some of them are harsh, some of them are stupid.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that you guys are willing to go, that's a silly story. They haven't done that for a long time, and I think it's great.
Oh, good.
Do you like the ad-libbing?
Yeah, I do. I think sometimes I have to rein it in a little bit because someone's upstairs looking at the stopwatch knowing that there's another program that's got to come on straight afterwards. So, yeah, there was one night where I think we probably went on a little bit longer than they would have liked.
Fair ran under time, did it?
But no, that's all right. But yeah, no, it shows that you're a real person, I think.
And what about yourself, Sally? Do you like the ad-lib?
I am partial to an ad-lib, that's for sure, yeah. I feel much more comfortable. I feel more in control when I'm ad-libbing. I don't trust a script for some reason. I don't know why. So it's how I've been trained. So
and tell me, I know we're running out of time, but a little bit about yourselves, your personal lives in the sense of what do you like to do? Do you like movies? Do you like sport? Maybe a minute each? Tell me about yourself.
You go first.
Oh.
Sally?
Thanks.
I know you like cooking.
Yeah, love it.
But do you like going out to the movies when you're not doing news? What do you do when you're not spending your time here at 9?
I'm a bit of a theatre and film person. I like to see what kind of shows are on around town. I've been loving the Fringe Festival and the Perth Festival that's been on in Perth over the last few weeks. It's just a great vibe in town.
Do you follow sport?
I do, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not one of
maybe?
those crazy, mad, footy fans, but I do, I don't mind a footy game or two.
And what's your favourite cooking, when you have to cook, what's your favourite meal?
Well, I like trying some Turkish dishes. My husband's Turkish, so I've got a favourite dish called karnıyarık, which is basically grilled eggplant, and you scoop out the insides of the eggplant. You stuff it with this sort of mincy, herby dish, and you serve it with garlic yogurt.
I can see a cooking
I can see the invitation already.
Yes, but I'm also thinking a new weather presenter that actually cooks while she's reading the weather.
Wow.
Sounds good.
In a minute and a half. Yeah, sure.
Tim, tell me about yourself, your personal life. life? What do you do when you're not Tim McMillan on 9 News? I know you're
most of my
man.
most of my time at the moment is taken up with family and looking after our little one. Prior to coming back here, obviously living over in the east, had no family really to call upon there, so it was pretty tough. You know, it was just whenever I wasn't at work, I was at home trying to give my wife a break from looking after our little one. So that's taken over our lives, fair to say, in a very good way.
And sorry,
but so now, I like to read. I like to cook as well. Movies, yeah. I mean,
music.
Since we've been back, we've had an opportunity to go out and see the odd movie, which is great. Yeah,
Perth's great for lifestyle, isn't it? It's not, it hasn't got the hustle and bustle, but yet if you want it, it's there.
Oh, it's fantastic. I totally underestimated that part of it. Actually, it's been awesome.
Tell the people why they should watch 9 News over 7 and the ABC and 10. Why are you different, and why should they watch you and give you a go as a new team?
I think, well, if you were to step through that door there, you'd meet a fantastic bunch of reporters. They're very keen, they're very enthusiastic, very good at their job. Got great support too from all the production staff and cameramen. So they're out there doing their best every day. We've got a fresh new team in here, great looking set, an awesome bunch of reporters over east, you know, filing stories that matter to us from over there, as well as internationally as well. So I think everything's in place, and hopefully with a new team,
do you want to add anything?
Change is nice.
Ditto.
And you forgot one main thing, 100% local. 9 News is 100% local. We want you to watch these people because they're our people here in 9 News Perth. Thank you very much for spending some time with us.
Thanks
good luck.
Coming.
I don't think you need too much luck. I think you'll do really well. And I hope the whole thing blends for you and you kick Seven's ass. I know that you're not out to do that, but you never know. If it comes along, it's great. Well done. Thank you very much. And thanks for having me on your set as well.
Great.
Thanks for coming.
That is, of course, Tim McMillan and Sally Ayhan. See, I think I got it right again. Join them 6 o'clock nightly here on 9 News Perth. And if you're watching this around Australia, you can join them on their Facebook page, or you can even join them on, I think they have a website as well, but you can check out Google. 9 News is the one you got to see first. Okay, thank you very much. Back to you in the studio.